guys! How you guys doing out there, HL scale modelers? Well, here is my little Joe in a... Gosh, I wanted one so badly years ago, and I just got one, and that was years ago when I got this baby. E73. I know I don't got overhead power for the pentagraphs, so I got an idea in mind. So this still is electric. You can MTH, well, for this little Joe, you can run power from the pentagraph if you have overhead power instead of the tracks. And there's some settings in there. There's a volume. You could turn the volume off. Auto pentagraphs. These things goes up in certain ways, forward or backwards, interchangeably. These goes down if you go in reverse. These one goes up. If you go forward, these goes down. These goes up. So, yeah. This thing can run on DC. It has sound in it. Is that by? Well, there is an idea I had. I was thinking overnight because I remember, trolleys. I know they get their current power from overhead. Except, there is a museum in Nisqually, and they have operable trolleys up there. There's no overhead power. They're using a car. The car was modified to have a power hookup from a generator, and the power supply, it goes from the lead to the trolley car. So my idea, make a certain, same thing, except for the mainline, electrics. So that's what I'm gonna be working on. Okay, I'll show you what I'm gonna be using. This is an Alco FA B unit. I was thinking, because the shell didn't have any other under chassis. I took off one of my old Alco FA A units under chassis because it didn't have. There was something wrong with the electric motor, and I was trying to look for the Zex. I don't know how that electric motor popped out. It's been missing since, and I haven't found that electric motor, so this thing is considered as a dummy. So I'm using this under chassis for this FA B unit. So this is what I'm gonna be working on, and I'm probably gonna add some detail on top so it can, I might have to grind that out, the exhaust, because this is going to be a power power supply to the little Joe. So we're gonna run the auxiliary power from this guy. Except it's not. It's a dummy. It's not gonna be on its power. It's gonna be pulled by that little Joe. So I let you know when I get finished. Got the detailed parts on top of it, except oh, I just think my way a little bit, and I know it doesn't look right. So, but just giving it a look as acts like it's a power generator inside this thing. So it's glued. I have to wait till that's dry, and add some cooling fans. I removed that big cooling fan I had in there. So these are EMD cooling fans. So now I have to let that dry. Then afterwards, it's gonna be painted in the Milwaukee Road paint scheme, so it can be matching with the little Joe. Okay, the next step. Well, the painting's done. It's got the acrid orange paint, and I just puts, yeah, I just showed you this earlier, the roof. Yeah, this power unit, electric power unit is almost done. So this needs to smack dab some right trim for the grab irons and the letterings. And I probably have to paint the roof, especially the wires. So I gotta do that next. And earlier, before I had the stuff on the roof, I couldn't show that part because I was using my Dremel and it's loud. And it might be loud for the mic on the camera, and I don't want to do that. Sound distortion. So, okay, let's get done with the rest of it. It's finished. Paint job is finished. Okay, I'm just gonna let you know. I couldn't get the decal colors right. Except the Milwaukee orange is correct, except the orange for the decals wasn't right. So I'm not gonna go back and do this. It looks okay the way it is. I ain't picky. And don't think it's like what you see on a movie, like PG. Really, it's actual saying is power generator 91. So PG stands for power generator. And this is going to be behind the little Joe, because this is where it's going to get its power from this Alco FAB unit, where it's the generator. It's inside this thing. It draws the power for the little Joe. So I took the idea from the trolley in Alco. It has a built-in car with a generator on it, so it can be powered through the traction motors to the electric motor on that trolley. I know the trolley has electric motor, so the traction motors on the trucks, with the locomotive trucks, that draws its power from the diesel locomotive, what powers the traction motors, what makes the diesel locomotive move, and also the electric motor locomotives. So I know they didn't had these, the power generator. Well, it's an idea for my railroad, so now the Milwaukee Road has one. It's a good idea. Okay, let's take this to the track. And another thing, this is a dummy, so there's not going to be no movement from this thing. So it's gonna get power. It's gotta pull from the little Joe. Let's take it to the track. Well, there you have it. Okay. Eventually, I gotta be running this little Joe when I have time to run my trains. So, stay tuned to see this little Joe in action.